soldiers on the table march in line. Painted shields and swords, they shine so fine. Dice roll like thunder, sealing fate. In this battle of ours, let's not be late. Wargaming in miniature, no war too small. Battles on the tabletop, we'll conquer all. Heroes made of plastic, armies clash and roar. Wargaming in miniature, let's fight some more. Kings and castles rise where Soda can stood. Mountains made of books, it's a cardboard wood. Strategy of giants on a scale so flee. We topple empires with a cup of tea. Wargaming in miniature, no war too small. Battles on the tabletop, we'll conquer all. Heroes made of plastic, armies clash and roar. Wargaming in miniature, let's fight some more. Battlegrounds in living rooms, legends unfold in the chaos of dice. Our stories are told from the rookies of war to generals wise. The fate of tiny worlds lies in our eyes. Snacks to the side and the glue close by. We men, broken warriors, give them one more try. Cavalry rides beneath the lamp's warm light. On this tiny frontier, we rewrite the fight. Wargaming in miniature, no war too small. Battles on the tabletop, we'll conquer all. Heroes made of plastic, armies clash and roar. Wargaming in miniature, let's fight some more. Let's fight some more. Let's fight some more. No. Tiny soldiers on a grand paper plane, rolling dice to echo cannons refrain. Kingdoms rise within this tabletop dust. In strategy and chaos we place our trust. The generals lean with a calculating stare. Hands of fate guide moves with a flare. Tiny hills climb where valleys fall steep. Battles fought while the house stays asleep. Wargaming dreams on a six-sided star. In this microcosm, we travel so far. Heroes die small, but their legends grow large. In this tiny world, we're always in charge. Painted commanders in coats of bold hue patrol the terrain in colors so true. Armies clash with a flick of the wrist.
Hello everybody, this is Derek and I'm getting ready to start the stream right away. I want everyone to know, whoops, wrong one. I'd like everyone to know that we do have a new player who's trying to get involved in the game, but he only contacted me moments before the game actually started. So he's not going to be present. I mean, he might be present in. I'm waiting for him to join Discord. He has not joined our Discord yet. Um, it says he doesn't have access to Discord at all. Okay, so I'm gonna communicate with him. You can see it in the chat, actually, probably. So I'm gonna communicate with him before we get started, and that's where we're coming from. So let me get in and talk to these other players and get my camera working. All right, so bear with me. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Oh,
Yeah, we do have a new player. He says he doesn't have access to Discord. I sent him the link. Um, Let me remind him where to find that. Um,
does he have the Discord program? Is that what he does? He didn't download?
I don't know. Um, Look in your Rule 20 private messages for the link to our Discord.
Well, he could also use the Roll20 voice if he had to.
We're not using that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a decision I made a long time ago. We're not going to use the Roll20 voice because it puts the game in a it uses up too many resources. It's great on a private game, but when I'm streaming and I can't sit here and wait for the things to load and stuff like that.
Oh,
Wow.
that's right, your stream. Got him.
Yeah. So I'm not waiting for him. Um, he has a he has he's got the link to the game obviously because he's logged in. He's joined the game, but he's got to have Discord and he's got to make a character some other night. I don't mind if he jumps in Discord and listens in and even chit chats with you guys, during the game. I don't. Hopefully that's not distracting for you guys. But okay, he dropped out of the Roll20, or he's probably just navigating Roll20, trying to find that link. Now, if he doesn't have Discord, well, he needs to download it. It's one of those deals. Now, I think you can use Discord as a web browser too. I think.
That is correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So let me get my camera
Well,
in there.
find out what he means by no access. He doesn't have a headset, he doesn't have a microphone, or he doesn't have.
Yeah, we'll figure
Discord.
we'll figure
Yeah.
all that out. That's not my camera. Discord, what are you doing to me? You're killing me. Okay, give me a second. Let me go to.
What's wrong with Discord?
My settings. Apparently. Let me because there was a time when I unplugged everything off my computer and plugged it back in, and I might not have plugged it back in where it was. And so there's a possibility that okay, voice and video, here we are. Default headset, default microphone, okay, video. Yep, it's got my Brio.
Yeah, you probably have to reset all your settings.
Yeah, this camera disconnects um it has been disconnecting for some reason. I'm not sure. I might have it plugged into a slower USB. Mm, but it was working this afternoon, and then
Oh, there is computer settings too, as well as Discord. So you gotta take both of them and set. What's the issue? The video is not showing up?
not detecting my camera.
Check your computer settings, see if that camera is the one active.
It says driver error.
Have you updated your driver list? Maybe something wrong with the new driver or something?
Would be the video card drivers.
Yeah, I did upgrade the video card, but
Usually means you got some out of the box updates to do.
Yeah, if you got a C cleaner, you could upgrade all the drivers through there. Yeah, C cleaner would detect any drivers that need updating and update it for you. If any of you guys don't have C cleaner, it's a good program.
I used to have that a long time ago.
It'll clean all your temporary files and clean up the stuff, free up memory and stuff. I guess this new guy doesn't have Discord because he would have linked it up by now. He's probably computer illiterate.
It might be. Might need to restart my computer, or I might need to unplug it. You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna restart my
Yeah,
computer,
restart it, then it'll probably upgrade anything that.
and I'll be back. It'll be like 2 minutes at the most. Bear with me. The stream, so I'm reconnecting the stream.
But you put your streams on YouTube?
Yeah. All right, we're up. We're up and running. Everything looks good. Got our video. Got let's see if I can.
Well, next week I'm starting the Spelljammer. Sounds pretty cool. Spelljammer campaign.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we're not gonna be playing next week because of Thanksgiving. Just
Yeah,
saying.
I got it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Now we're gonna be eating turkey and have a family over. I'm wondering if the base is going to have a Thanksgiving special thing going on. I have to look into.
Okay, for some reason my camera's all condensed. I should be able to reset transform. Yep, okay, here we go. Aha! I'm making progress. Get me. There. Okay. All right. Finally. Thanks for your patience, guys. Appreciate that.
No problem.
So, how? Well, no. Let's start this in earnest. How you guys been doing?
Yes, dandy.
Better than me, huh? Okay. No.
Same old, same old.
Same old, same old. Okay, you should be on a page. Um, hopefully you can see it. It's it's what I call personality, but what it shows is okay. Somebody's background music, Mason. I'm hearing stuff
Yeah,
in the
I
back.
like the chart you got. Cool.
I put little boxes around different kingdoms or areas on the map, stuff like that, and I the characters that you have met or are going to meet, and if I've made a token for them, then I drug it onto the map. Or if the game provided me a token, I put it on the map. Um, and it kind of gives you an idea of where everything is and who people are and stuff like that. But it's to be honest, it's to help me because there's so many people in this game, so many personalities. It's hard to remember who is who and where they come from and stuff like that. So we're gonna play on this screen uh, a little bit because uh, over the next few days in the game, uh, it's gonna take place probably in Carleon, and there's going to be a lot of interaction with a lot of different people. So it's I I don't know. I was thinking maybe I could drag these people onto the map of Carleon, but that's not really. I don't think that's really necessary. All right, so we're all caught up. No, we're not all caught up. It just started the winter phase, right? I believe we ended the last session saying we're getting ready to go into the winter phase. Right? Isn't that correct?
I
That
believe
sounds
so.
correct.
Yeah, you just finished meeting Lady Nimue. Uh, rescuing her from one of the knights. Knight, Sir, what's his name? I don't remember his name. I got his token out here. I think this is him. Um, can't see his name. Yeah, Hansalake. Uh, when he was wearing a lot of black or whatever, has a reputation for not being an honorable knight. And you guys rescued her, and then reported him to Arthur, and you heard about the gift of the round table, and that was the 20. I'm sorry, five. I'm doing it again. That was the 514. Where you did not encounter the beast because it's too harrowing. You heard the hunt, and you decided to avoid that. Okay, so that's the end of 14. Not a whole lot of checks. Not a whole lot happened that year. It was just a pretty quick year. Okay. And I told Caradoc that he was going to have to do the previous winter and then this winter. So it looks like he's going to be 2 winters behind if he doesn't get his computer fixed. Then I don't know. He's got 2 weeks. Okay, where
Yeah,
are
he
we at?
sent in. He should be fine. In 2 weeks.
I would hope so, right? I couldn't survive that long. Um, what am I trying to get to? Oh, okay.
I got 1 check. Valid.
You might get more. All right, here we go. The first things first. We're gonna roll a d20 for the event or your personal event. Gwyneth's got a 9. That is prudent or reckless. Before you start rolling on either prudent or reckless. Oh crap! I closed when I restarted the computer. Everything closed. Okay, hang on. See, I had everything ready except for the camera, apparently. $14.1. Okay.
So we're going into year 515.
That's right. It's the end of 514 on the way into 515.
Oh, my age.
Here we are. The winter phase. Let me zoom in so I can read this. And you rolled a 9. Yep. Prudent or reckless. Your choice.
Okay. I'm going to go with reckless.
Okay.
A success.
On a success, you get to put a check on it. And it also says during a hunt with the Lord, most companions tried to follow the master of the hunt by jumping a precipice, whereby some lost their steed, while you cleared a jump easily, gained glory equal to your appearance, and a horsemanship check. That was a good one. No, you don't have to. You don't.
Appearance.
No, you don't roll. You just put a check.
Oh, horsemanship check. I got you. My
Right.
bad.
Right.
And I gained 12 glory.
And 12 glory. Not a whole lot, but it was impressive to jump across this. Everybody thought it was reckless. And Sansa got a 15, which is love family. Okay, so you do the whole love family die roll. It's a passion, I guess. All right, you succeed. So that means you get to put a check on it. Now, because you did a success, you offered yourself as a guarantee for an accused family member. Okay. I'm not exactly sure what that means. It's just narrative, but like if you had done a critical, it meant you would have had to fight a duel for the honor of one of your family members. But if you fumbled, you would have been publicly slandered. because of a family member. But in this case, you like you said, this couldn't have happened, I guarantee it. Okay, either way, you got to check by it, and now we go to experience rolls. You get to do all your experience rolls now that you have your checks. Not that there's a lot of them.
That's it. That's not,
Yep, and don't forget to add your 5 Libram unless you don't buy a new set of clothes. In that case, you can add 6 Libram, but then you'll have old clothes.
your courtesy went up.
Nice.
Yeah, it's always that's something.
Don't forget to add a 1 year of age to everybody in your household. And don't forget to roll for your squire rolls. They roll for every skill. Um, if it's less than 15, it automatically goes up by 1. If it is 15 or more, 17 to 20 makes it go up by 1. Basically, once it reaches 20, if it can ever reach 20, but if it does, you have to roll a 20 for it to go up. Okay, so once you get all your aging and all your squire rolls, let me know. At that point, you'll be starting your training or practice. Basically, you get those bonus. You get that choice. To raise 6 skills, or wait. Yeah, that's prestige training. Okay, yeah. Personality trait, a passion, a characteristic, train skills up to 15, or train a skill up to 20. A little bit of a chill. It's not really cold here. It's just I'm in the garage. My man cave is the garage, and it gets a little chilly in here. You know what? I'm gonna put on my hoodie. Not a hoodie. That's not what I meant. Beanie. That's what. No. That might help. A little bit anyway.
Your squire skills are good.
You got all your squire skills done? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, your personal training. So, you can add one to a trait, a passion, a characteristic. You're all too old to add to size, really. It's strength, dex, con, or appearance. And or you can do the 6 points on skills up to 15 or one skill up to 20.
I'm going to up my awareness by a lot.
I'm going to take my sword up to 16.
That's you can only do 1 point that way.
Yep.
Okay.
It was at 15, now it is 16.
Okay.
I've gotta get better at my stuff.
Knowing that, after your failed attempt at killing King Ryan's, the giant, the half giant. Okay, that brings up another point. That sword that was recovered from King Ryan's who has that? Because it's not the player that quit.
I thought it was with Sanson.
Sanson uses them all. Do you have the sword?
No,
Let me check. I don't think I put it down in my stuff. But
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it was Joseph, if he had it.
yeah, I thought somebody picked it up.
Yeah, I know somebody did.
one
I'm just
fellow-
trying to figure out whoever it is. It's got to be one of you three.
Oh, was it?
It might have been Joseph. He's the guy that quit.
You could have a Gwyneth. I don't use swords.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured you like malls and stuff. Let me just see. I've got his character sheet still. I'm gonna see if he maybe put it on his character sheet. Would that be? No, he has a spearhead.
Well, that's what he started with.
Yeah, that's the only thing he's got is a spearhead.
Well, he might have forgot to put it down.
And I
Okay.
suppose I picked it up.
Well, hold on. Now I'm gonna check
Okay.
on.
Paradox.
Yeah, I'm gonna check Caradoc real quick. Because if he has it, then that's perfectly fine. I just don't want a quote unquote. Yep, I think he's got it right here.
Okay.
Marmio Dosi or whatever. Is that what the sword was called? He has a Roman sword already, but that's only for decoration. No wait. Gives him pluses in court.
Well, did he put the properties down on that sword?
No, it just has his normal damage. It should be. It should have pluses.
I had a certain ability. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
So maybe Caradoc doesn't have that.
Nope, I don't see Caradoc having it on his character sheet. You can always fight over it later, but Gwyneth, if
Well,
you
when is,
you can take possession of it until he shows up again. Um, Let me see if I can find it. Okay, it's not
Does it
there.
have a name that might be in the compendium?
It does have a name, but I think this was in a prologue scenario. The Sword of King Ryans. Okay, let me see if I can show. Yeah, I did. I showed it to players. Maybe I. Who's blue? Gwyneth, you're
I'm
blue.
blue.
Yeah, you're blue. So is Sanson. Caradoc is orange. Okay. Hmm. But either way, it should be in your. If you scroll down to where it says the Gray Knight, do you have that as an option as in your menu in your journal?
I'm looking.
It would be like players, NPCs, and then the Gray Knight.
Okay, I found the Gray Knight, and I do see the Sword of King Ryans.
Okay, it's under prologue scenario 513.
Oh. Um, yes, that is correct.
I might have showed it to everybody. That's why I'm saying it's.
Even wearing the blade grants a +2 to your sword skill.
Yeah, wields a sword called. Oh, wait, now it does say Marmiudaci, and Caradoc did have that as a damage, a skill. He has skill damage,
that
Marmiudaci.
light thing? That's
Then he
the
must have it.
He
The light
didn't.
thing.
He didn't add 2 to the skill. Oh, wearing the blade grants 2 to the owner's sword skill. Yeah, so he's got it. Okay, yeah, he's got it. I just want. I'm gonna drag it and put it under his.
That's a nice different color.
Okay, let me see if I can drag this biatch.
You could blind the opponent. It's pretty cool.
There we go. Now it should be under his folder. Okay, so you guys did your training and practice. Now we tally glory. So you figure out your glory, divide by 1,000, round down. This is the only time that for every full 1,000 points, you get a point of prestige and spend your prestige. There's 4 things you can spend it on. Raise a stat, no restrictions. Lower the value of a passion, guarantee the birth, or guarantee the life of a child.
Well then,
That's for each prestige point. Right?
Each one, yeah. Each one, you can choose one of those.
sounds like my appearance is going up by 2,
Okay.
and I am guaranteeing my son will be healthy.
No roll required.
Now my daughter is turning 5.
Okay, so
So I
that's
think it's her last roll.
it is her last roll. It's a 1 is death.
Well, I got a 20.
So child is healthy.
She had a growth spurt. She's gonna be tall.
Well, she's in the capital, so they probably have pretty good. And there's a hospital here. This is like one of the only cities in the kingdom that has a hospital.
And I've got a size 14, so I'm not small. Should be big.
She's gonna be big. We're not rolling stats, not yet, anyway. She's only 5 years old. When she hits 14, we're gonna worry about that. Okay, so you guys go ahead and spend your prestige points. And once you get them spent, let me know. We'll do that's it. That's all we need to do because family rolls was the next thing.
Yep, I'm spent.
Okay, so that winter phase is over. Dun dun dun. That means we get to move into.
Oh, when did I need to start worrying about my wife's age? Was it 30 or 35?
Yeah, everybody starts 35. Is when
35.
you're talking about when everybody starts
Yeah.
becoming decrepit or whatever.
I
Yeah.
just remember she's older than me. I gotta check her age.
Right.
She was born in 484. So she's 31.
Really? How old are you?
25.
Okay, 6 year difference. That's okay.
Yeah, but we've been married for 5 years.
Yeah. Oh, good. That's
It was a little bit more extreme back in the day,
it was. It's good.
but I guess that's fine. That's fine going this way. Yeah.
Okay, just
Yeah, I got
just
me a rich older lady.
Sanson, are you all done, ready to go?
I got up my damages. All right.
Okay, once you're done, we're gonna jump into the year 515, and then we'll get going. And I've got a little something I gotta say administratively before we get started. That's why I was asking. Are you ready to go?
Yep, ready to go.
Okay, good to go. Just so you both know, this is the year 515. And in the year of 515, something mystical is happening in the world. This is how I am writing it off in lore. Think of it like time is starting to slow down. We're going to deal with things on a little bit more granular level. Like I might actually say things like, it's day 2, what do you do? It's day 3, what do you do? Okay, it's not going to be, it's the next year, right? It's going to be, we're going to go almost day to day. And this is, what I'm trying to say is, let's not try to rush to the end of the year. I know you don't, but I'm telling myself not to rush to the end of the year.
That also means we really have to take damage seriously going forward.
Correct.
Because we're not getting a full heal period, we're getting nothing.
Well, you might get a week, but 1 week is not a full heal period exactly. And Now, luckily, you still have some of that herb that can double your healing rate. I don't know how much of that you still have, but you do have it. Um, and there's always Merlin running around. So
I forgot about that.
that's something that you can do.
And don't forget about the favors.
And you have some favors
I have those
from
noted.
Nimue and from Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur owes me 25.
Yeah. Um, and there will be interactions that are going to happen maybe in the morning, and then maybe in the afternoon, and then maybe in the evening. So be conscious about your passions, because remember, you can only use one a day. Okay, here we go. I gotta get myself fit. The year is 515. It is spring in Britain, and the world is abloom again. Basically, the snow is all, melted away and everything. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's spring. The world is abloom again after a long, hard winter. King Arthur is hosting a tournament at Carleon. The winner of the tournament gains the hand of his half-sister, Lady Archiflower.
You could have two wives, you say?
I hope I am yeah, maybe. Trade one in. No, I think I'm saying her name properly. That's how you spell it. Aciflower? Aciflower? A Cleefler? I don't know. What sounds the most feminine?
Echoflower.
Aciflower? Aciflower? Okay, but either way, that's her. It's his half sister, because remember, if I move my little notes out of the way.
Do you have a picture?
I do not have a picture. I will have a picture, but I don't have one yet. If you look on my little Carleon box, you'll see half-sister Lady Aciflower is listed. I just don't have a token for her yet. But you remember Sir Ector and Sir Kay are his adopted family. I don't think that she is Ector's daughter. I think she is either Igraine's daughter or Uther's daughter. Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly. We'll have to figure that out. Okay, let me get back to it. But either way, it's not. They're actually blood relatives, I do believe. Naturally, all the great lords of Britain are turning up for this one. In addition to a nameless throng of landless knights and mercenaries. Okay, FYI, this is just a little backstory here real quick. Last year ended the Battle of Terrible, if I remember right. Or maybe it was the year before, 513. Arthur went north and subjugated all the lands and all the territories of all the rebel kingdoms after King Lot was killed, right? So these kingdoms up north, pretty much, they might be hostile to Arthur, but they all swore fealty to him or loyalty to him. So there is a time of peace right now. It's like the entire island is pretty much on the same page. Almost the entire island. Okay, great lords of Britain are turning up to this one. In addition to a nameless throng of landless knights and mercenaries, basically there's a bunch of people showing up. It reminds you, especially you two, it reminds you of London when you guys went to a tournament to see who was going to be the next king, and there were all these people there. Well, that's kind of what's happening here. Mercenaries, okay, keeping their eyes on the main chance, as it were. You may have a similar goal in mind, like if you wanted to marry a sister. Or you may simply be attending, as many others, to show their... What?
If I won the tournament, can I give her a hand to Caradoc, who does need a wife?
That possibly, yeah, that's definitely a possibility. You might refuse. You probably not though, because you can refuse it though. That would be understandable because you're already married. And Arthur is leaning towards a one-for-one marriage. In the past, there have been some people, specifically the pagans, that had taken multiple wives. Some of the barbarians have been taking some of the, multiple wives. But Arthur's of a mind where he believes that marriage should be out of love and not out of arrangement. But this tournament is an arrangement, so it's kind of like he's going against his own word. So I don't know. You'll have to figure that out if you win or if you get close to winning. A lot of people are just here just to attend and just to participate, just to see how good they are and stuff like that. They're trying to win glory. And they're trying to do it in front of all this esteemed audience because there's a lot of kings that are going to be showing up. And some of their lords have ordered them to come here because it's like, you're my best knight, go fight in this tournament kind of thing. That might be, like you need a wife. I want you to be married to Arthur's sister, so go fight in this tournament and win. If you don't win, don't come back. That kind of stuff. There's a lot of, there's just lots, hundreds, I'm not going to say hundreds, but there's lots of people here. Okay. The tournament, okay. Little historical note. In the year 515, Easter falls on the 5th day of April. I don't know why that matters, but because it says the next chapter, the tournament takes place a week after Easter, beginning on the second Monday following. Okay, many of the participants arrive at Caerleon before the holy day, some to attend the spectacular Easter Mass conducted by Archbishop Dubricius, for this is their time of great pageantry and celebration. And when new knights are made, every spare room in Caerleon and surrounding settlements hosts a knight and squire, it seems. So basically all the inns have, all the rooms are overbooked. All the houses that are empty are now full of visiting attendees. All the spare rooms in the palace are probably taken, and there's still a lot of overflow. So there's going to be still a lot of pavilion tents.
And we see a pregnant woman heading towards a manger?
No, not that wouldn't have
Okay.
been this year.
So if I take a second wife, would I lose face with Arthur?
Say that again.
If I did take a second wife, would I lose face with Arthur?
You, um,
I am pagan.
yeah, you would probably should ask permission to do that. If you
Oh,
went,
I would.
yeah, if you didn't ask permission and you just did it on your own, there might be a problem
Looks
because
like I have to ask him.
because he's paying you your room and board basically. Okay, every spare room in Carlion and surrounding settlements hosts a knight and squire. Uh, the pavilion tents proliferate life of a field of colorful wildflowers surrounding the grand city. So basically, just imagine hundreds of these tents all over outside the walls, basically. The poorest knights sleep in the woods and wastes. Their, their cloaks the only protection against the elements, their horses grazing at will. Those Christian knights who arrive in time to attend the Easter Mass receive experience checks for both their religion, Christian skill, and spiritual trait. Okay, you just heard me, right? If you're if you're Christian, you've arrived. You've been
Okay.
here. You've lived here for a while, and
So we did make it in time.
yeah, you've been here the whole time.
And that was I'm sorry, which ones again?
It's a
Religion,
check,
Christian.
a check on religion, Christian,
Okay.
and spiritual.
And spiritual.
But if you are not attending any of this, you can check worldly.
Check on worldly.
That's if you're not planning on attending.
No, I ain't because I'm.
Well, you're not a Christian.
Yeah.
And it says at the latest you must arrive on the Friday before the tournament. You've been there you've been there the whole time. Are you planning on going to the mass, the Easter mass?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And then cuz this takes place a week after the Easter mass and all that. Okay, on a Monday. So the next weekend is when we're going to start this.
Yeah, Gwyneth is highly devout. He's gonna go.
Okay. You're just going to do your thing.
2 chicks. Yeah.
Enjoy yourself, Gwen.
Okay,
But
so
I'm going to church.
yeah, you go to church.
Yeah.
As the lords, okay, this is another section. As the lords of Britain and their retinues converge on Carlion for the grand Easter tournament, there's much exchange of news and information. No intrigue roll is required to learn the following tidbits. Um, hmm. I'm just going to blurt them out. Okay. If you remember, Sir Balin and Sir Balan, if you remember, these two burst out of the woods at the Battle of Terrible and started laying into King Lot's army, and it inspired everybody. But by that time, you guys were all injured, so you couldn't participate. Do you remember that?
Yep.
Okay. So the rumor here is Sir Balin, the Knight of Two Swords, last seen at the Battle of Terrible, and notorious for his slaying of Lady Nynaeve, of the lake 3 years ago has not been heard from in a year's time, nor has his brother, Sir Balan. Many assume they died on an adventure. Some mourn the loss of these two great knights, while others curse Sir Balin's name for his perfidious deed in slaying a lady of the lake, and at the king's court, no less. Okay, so there is this story that Sir Balin and Sir Balan were, heralded as heroes for the Battle of Terrible or whatever. But during some meeting with the king, one of them, Sir Balin, cut Lady Neve's head off. Just sliced it clean off in the middle of King Arthur's court. And Arthur didn't appreciate that. And
He did what?
say again?
He did what? He cut her head off right in front of King Arthur?
Yeah. But the details of why this happened, or what caused it to happen, or what the results of this was, is not really clear, because that's not really shared with everybody. This is still just a rumor. It's like stories that go around. The lady Nineveh, she was the one that gave Excalibur to King Arthur. I think that's right. She's the one that was in the water, the watery tart, holding the sword up out of the water, and King Arthur took it. So you remember the boat trip in the lake, because you guys just killed a creature on the shoreline, and you remember Arthur receiving the sword. You never saw her because she was underwater, apparently, or something. Strange things. Okay, so that happened. You can like mark that off as being a falsity, or the truth, or misguided, or what have you. Okay. Next rumor you hear, it's a very alarming. There is word of a wasting drought in the north, in the far-off kingdom of Listenese. Refugees who have come south are calling their homeland the wasteland now. So basically, there's a drought way up north, and they had to flee because they were all, they needed water. Okay, that's another rumor. And then currently, or I should say the third one, Mark of Cornwall is the newly crowned king of his realm, having gained the throne after the death of his father, King Idris. Mark of Cornwall is the newly crowned king. And that happens all the time. Fathers die, kids take over. It's not that he was killed in any kind of like crazy accident, or he just died of natural causes, or he just died of heart attack, or who knows what, right? That's just court gossip. That's what's going on. You hear that. Okay, moving on. So you are on, you two are out performing errands, or you're either on patrol, or you just delivered a message somewhere, or you're just out doing training. Why? And you guys can fill me in. Why are you outside the walls?
Since we don't have a mission, probably just on patrol and checking out the pagan village to make sure everyone's all right.
Just basically the local villages, just making sure everything's fine. And you also know that there are people coming and going, mostly coming into the town, or into the surrounding area, because they're starting to arrive because of the tournament and stuff like that. So I could see you being out there just to make sure everything's running safely. And okay,
Make sure there's no trouble,
make sure.
Sanson's wife made me promise to keep him out of trouble.
Okay, that checks, because I want you to know that Lady Gale and Lady Neris are becoming good friends. One day you'll come home and you'll find that they are with their children at one or the other's house. It's like
That's
they
good.
they visit each other. The kids play together. They teach them various things. And they stitch up clothing, and they basically gossip and stuff like that. So they are, they're becoming friends. Okay. So what day is it? Let's call it Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Let's call
I
it.
was gonna say, what if Arthur's sister asked him to find her a man, and he settled on tournament? It's not arranged. She asked for it.
Well, she's asking for an arranged marriage because, he wants it to be. Arthur believes in love. Ever since he met Guinevere, he thinks that's the reason why people should marry. Yeah, so she's a little bit more of the traditionalist. Like, I'm 18. I'm not married. I'm too old. It's one of those kind of deals.
Well, Loyalty is different because they married because of political.
And it is and
Somebody-
exactly, it is because of um, their stature, their rank, or whatever, kind of demands that she gets married soon, or whatever. Um, and she sees her brother got married. Now she wants to get married. It's one of those kind of deals. So you're probably right. She probably did come to him, but you don't know that. They don't really talk to you about that. Okay, so I'm just going to say it could be somewhere in the neighborhood of Friday. Gives me the most leeway. So, you're traveling on the road to Carleon. You're on your way home. You find traffic heavy with the usual crowd of nobles, peasants, hawkers, and gawkers, all eager to catch a glimpse of the Pendragon and his household and enjoy the festivities. So, there's people selling stuff on the side of the road. There's peasants saying, "I got this clump of mud if you want to buy it." Mud pie. Okay, not far from the city gates, you come upon the following scene after passing an Irish cattle lord's herd. Okay. It's unusual for there to be Irish cattle on the mainland. for one thing. It just tells you how big of a deal this is. A small crowd of travelers is gathered around an overturned cart. The ox on the yoke is all but dead. It looks like this is me interjecting. It looks like the ox fell over dead and the weight of it tipped the cart over. Blood weakly pumping into a wide pool from a deep gash in its neck. Kneeling at the edge of the pool, an elderly woman cradles an unconscious young man in her arms. His battered face bears several rough gashes, and one eye has swollen shut. Looks like he's been beat. However, above her are two young women, both in tears. One holds a bawling 3-year-old. The other, choked with sobs, tenderly caresses the face of the unconscious man. Close by, a very young knight with a handsome face and wispy mustache roundly thumps an aged peasant with his mailed fist. Okay, hold on.
Okay, I'm going to go investigate and see what's going on.
I'm not done.
Yeah.
But I'm going to show you that. All right. That's a marginalia, but it's exactly what's going on. Tenderly caresses, roundly thumps an aged peasant with his mailed fist. The peasant clings to his legs, begging for mercy. Please, please, please. His cries, however, seem only to spur the knight to hit him harder. The young knight, obviously enjoying himself, smiles grimly, a manic gleam in his eye. Standing nearby is a brown-robed friar, his face dark with anger. Okay, so the knight doing the thumping has no shield. A successful awareness roll. This is an awareness roll. Gwyneth is like looking the other way. But Sanson sees this. You catch a glimpse of a squire standing amidst the watching crowd, holding a shield with a small bit of mud splattered across the lower quadrant of the coat of arms. It's visible, and a successful recognize roll with a +2. Recognize +2. Oh, maybe you don't
I
notice.
recognize ain't that good.
A
Just
critical,
Samson, right?
Yeah, he's the one that
Okay.
he's the one that was aware of the squire holding the shield. So you don't know any of that. Okay. Also identifiable in the crowd is the bard Diarmund. Okay, this is a guy that's been here a few days, and you guys have heard of him and know of him. He might even be from here. Christian knights, unacquainted with the order of druids, you are now, even though you're Christian, you are acquainted with the order of druids. So you are not unacquainted. You know they exist. You know they're around or whatever. But you don't have to make a folklore and an awareness test. Okay, pagan knights, or those who have interacted with druids and bards before, only need to roll an awareness roll. Okay, Sanson is aware.
And what was that supposed to roll?
And you, awareness.
Okay.
Okay, so basically you recognize him. Now, this is the note that is given to me in red. In King Arthur's Britain, bards are members of a large druidic order and are deft enchanters in their own right. Okay, so just like D&D, if you will, bards are magicians. Bards cast spells over their crowds, and they play music and stuff like that, and it can affect your mind and stuff like that. So you're aware of this. You know that they are magical creatures. Okay.
Don't like cities.
Well, he's here.
Yeah. But they only come to cities for special events. They like wilderness. They're druids.
Now, before I go on, I remember Sanson was, before I interrupted you, you said something about you probably want to find out what's going on, or you wanted to do something.
Yeah, I'm going to interrupt the situation here.
Yeah, there's this is what you can. You're a knight. You don't interrupt other knights, but there are three things you can attempt. You can talk to the friar, you can talk to Diamond, or you can visit the crowd to find out what's going on.
My first instinct is to ask the friar.
You can split up if you guys want to go to two different directions. You can definitely do that.
I'm going to ask the friar too.
You both want to go to the friar? He does look a little upset about this whole deal, right? Okay, so on the tabletop, nope, not on the tabletop.
Really, I was expecting Sanson to go for the bard.
Diamond, yeah. Well, there's Friar Combs, okay? And so you approach him, and he's glancing at you, and then every now and then you'll hear a whack, smack.
Father, what crime has that man committed to be beaten like this?
Well, that's a young knight, and we're knights of Arthur. We should be able to interrupt it. I'm pretty sure, right?
You could ask for what's going on. Yeah, you could go up there and say, "Hey, why are you hitting that guy or whatever?" Yeah, that kind of stuff. But the friar says, well, that young knight there, he demanded the peasant. And he's pointing not at the one he's hitting, he's pointing at the unconscious one that's cradled in the woman's arms. He asked him to move his cart from the path. Then he struck and killed the ox before the peasant could even comply. The cart overturned as the ox fell. The family, the wife, the child, the sister, the mother, the father, they're all being beaten.
Well, this has to be stopped.
As the peasant rose, he accidentally splattered some mud on that guy's shield, and he points over at the shield. Okay, which at that point, you can make a recognize roll with a +2. Because now you not Sanson, you've already did your recognize roll, but Gwyneth, you can. Did you make it? No, you guys don't
No.
know. You guys don't know.
I don't know this guy from Adam.
Yeah, you don't know his heraldry. He goes, he splattered some mud on his shield, and the knight became enraged at this perceived insult and began beating the peasant savagely. And then the father attempted to intervene, but only succeeded in becoming the victim of the knight's anger.
How did he expect him to move the cart if he killed the ox?
I don't know
would
who
like-
that knight is, but he's unchristian and unchivalrous.
I
right.
walk over to the shield that the friar pointed out.
Yeah.
To the squire.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to grab the shield and push it face down into the mud.
I'm going to go over to that knight and ask him what the hell is going on.
Okay, so before either one of you can even consider acting, you have to make a just roll.
Really?
Success.
Okay, go in it. Okay, so on a failure,
It doesn't have to do with just justice. It has to do with dishonoring himself.
this is what your just roll tells you there, Sanson. The marking of Sir So-and-so shield so close to the tournament could be interpreted as the peasant's attempt to prevent his participation in the tournament and win the hand of the princess. His reaction is understandable. You cannot intervene. It says, unless you fail a roll against station. Don't forget if you get a... Oh, no, nobody got a critical. Okay. Hey, you failed against station. Okay. If you fail station, you get to put a check by arbitrary. I don't know if you have arbitrary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arbitrary is a trait.
Yeah, you get to, yeah. So if you fail station, you get to put a check by arbitrary. So you can actually act because you don't know your place.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt.
No.
you.
Hold on. You're interrupting.
Holy.
Yeah, we got a success on just. Sir So-and-so, this is Gwyneth. Sir So-and-so has no reason to attack the father, who is only asking that mercy be given to his son. Put a check by just. Okay, so now you both can act appropriately. And what do you want to do there, Sanson?
I was going to just interrupt it and ask this knight what the hell is going on.
Okay, you're not doing nothing but watch. You're not doing that. You're interfering. Okay.
Yeah, knights don't go around beating up on peasants for no reason.
So when you approach, what are you doing, Gwyneth? Are you watching?
I'm gonna Try to take the shield from the squire and drive it face down into the mud.
Got it. Okay. That's right.
I'm going to make a big scene.
Gwyneth, that's so cool. I never thought you'd do something like that.
So this knight is, holds the father in one hand and he's slapping him with the other. And when you approach him and say, "What's going on? Why are you doing this?" He kind of like you can see in his face that he's like, I don't understand the question. It's kind of like he's so within his rights. He's a knight. This is a peasant. I can do whatever I want to do to this guy. If I want to cut his head off, I'm perfectly okay to do that. That's the kind of look that he gives you. And then he turns at you and he says, "What is your name?"
I'm Samson the Fierce of King Arthur's Knight.
I am Sir Agravain. I know you know who I am. I am relations to Arthur and Sir Gawain.
I just want to know why you're slapping these.
Okay, hang on. He's making an awareness roll to see if he notices Gwyneth knock his shield into the dirt.
I don't want to know. I said, you should see what my friend's doing with your shield over. Doesn't have to notice, I just tell him.
Oh, you pointed out? Okay.
Oh, look what my friend's doing to your shield over there.
Okay. This is none of your business.
I'm making it.
And you're and he points at you, Gwyneth, and he says, "You're dishonoring me."
You dishonored yourself by being up on.
I'd like to see you respond to me like you did to them.
I'm going to lift the old guy up and brush him off.
And I step on the shield. Give my foot a little twist like I'm on a doormat.
Yeah, I asked old man if he's all right.
What's your size, Gwyneth?
14.
14. And what's your size, Sanson?
My size? 13.
This can't be right. It's showing I got a size of 0.
Was he a little baby?
My character damage is 0d6. That's pretty good. Okay. It only has one stat on the character sheet. Okay. It's got dex. I think that is a typo. Let me see if I
You can
got.
always roll his stats, right?
No, I'm not rolling stats. This is a character. This is Sir Agravain. He's one of the Arthurian legend characters. He's got stats up. He's got stats. I just have to find out where they are. Gray Knight. Here we are. I'm pulling the PDF. Let's go.
Oh, for one thing, he killed the ox that could move the cart out of his way. So all that's happened is on him.
Oh, it's not Agri, it's Agra. Okay. Agravane. Sir Agravane.
Oh, you've got ties to King Arthur. You better hope he values you at least 25 Libram.
Well, a knight's not supposed to be going around beating up peasants. He should bring it to the king and have the king decide on any punishments or whatever. It's not up to the knights.
It is the knight's responsibility to mete out justice for the king. It is his responsibility. It is your responsibility. You are the law.
Is that justice? Killing the ox?
Well, I don't think it's right. He's taking advantage of his position. Okay, that's the Grey Knight. That's not who I want.
But like,
That is the monster. That is a warrior. That's a bandit. Hold on, I'll find Sir Agravane. Just give me a second. That
but like,
is
should he be doing this? No. Is he
queen.
allowed to? Yes.
Right. That's more of it. It's like
It's like if you got a new sword, you were allowed to go cut someone's head off to test it.
not just think Judge Dredd. He is the law, but if you go about just killing people, then the other judges are going to come after you. You know,
What I
so
know from that age is all grievances were brought to the king.
here we go. Sir Agravane. Sword skill. Dex. Character damage. Okay, sir. Strength. Okay. Gives me his knockdown. Is your knockdown equal to your size?
Yeah.
Well, my size is 14, and my knockdown is 14.
I think
So,
it
yeah,
is.
like it.
I think it is. So he's got a reasonable size. He's got a. You said a 14, and what'd you say yours was there, Sanson?
Sanson has a 13.
Okay, so you two are both bigger than him.
Oh.
And so he, after he gets your name and you like stomp his shield into the mud, he sizes you up.
And the fact that he's outnumbered.
Okay, he walks over to his shield, picks it up, and pushes his squire back a little bit and says, "Come with me." And then they move over to their horse and they
No,
get on their horses. What do you mean
I'm
no?
gonna check out the unconscious.
He's got no, you're not leaving. You're coming with us to King Arthur.
And he rides off.
I'm checking on the unconscious. So.
Oh yeah, that's also a concern, isn't it?
Okay, you can do a first aid on the unconscious peasant. You can do a first aid on the father as well. They both took a bunch of licks.
What's your first aid,
What
Samson?
is, dude? Do you have a good first aid?
I've got a 7.
Better than mine.
Okey-doke.
The peasant was probably hit about 5 or 6 times.
I'm gonna ask the friar. Are you have knowledge of what do they call
First
it?
aid.
First aid?
No,
Chirurgery is a skill of tending to the wounded in a weekly process.
Yeah.
You
First
need
aid
you
would
need
be
first
like-
aid for immediate help.
I'm gonna ask him. Does he know any?
Is he familiar with a bandage?
Oh yeah, yeah. If I can tend to the wounds, that's no problem. They're part of my flock.
And I'm gonna ask my squire. Says, can you see if there's any oxes for sale in this town, and I'll pay for the ox.
Well,
I wanted to do
do you
that.
remember some Irish lord you just passed on the road?
And he had Irish cattle, and that was rare.
He was an
Yeah, the
he,
cattle big enough to carry the cart.
he was an ox lord, wasn't he? I'm not sure. Let me just see. Let me double check. Not far from the city gates, following a scene passing an Irish cattle lord. It doesn't say it doesn't say ox, but I'm sure he had an ox or two.
How big is the cart?
It's a 2-wheel cart.
Okay, so one ox should be able to pull
Yeah.
I
The
have
the one ox
my
that died is what knocked it over.
I have my squire tell the Irish guy that I would buy one of his oxes from him if he'll let me.
Um, yes, you can buy one of my ox. It's 150 silver.
All right. I'll give you 200 silver
Oh,
if you give me your best.
oh, okay. And then he walks over to the first ox in his group, and he says, "This is a good ox."
200 silver.
Okay, I'll remember that.
And since they're wounded, I'm going to hook up the ox for them.
Okay, on the on the tabletop. Oh wait, can I move this to the back? Let me see. Send to back. Yes. Okay, on the tabletop, you see a shield there, right? I made big.
Yeah.
That is his heraldry. Just so you know. In case you meet him sometime in the future.
Okay.
If you notice his name, he said he was a relative of Arthur and Sir Gawain. He's right up here. Part of the Lothian group. Surprise, surprise.
I'm gonna pass a librum to the friar.
Okay.
And say,
Thank you, kind sir.
our apologies for the damage our fellow has caused. If he returns here, send word to the castle. we'll come back.
You both can put a check by what can you put a check by? I'm going to give you each of a check. I'm thinking not religious.
Chivalry?
Not chivalry, not religious.
Honor?
I'm thinking honor for Gwyneth, and I'm thinking what's the one about charity?
Generous.
Generous.
There is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
generous.
Yeah, put a check by generous for actually on both of you. Put a check by generous instead. I think that is most appropriate.
Okay. That's good, because I've got a 20 honor anyways. I don't think that check's going to do anything.
I'm gonna walk the car through so everybody can get by, since it's in the way.
Oh yeah, I'll help Sanson flip it up. We're both pretty beefy.
Okay, it was 150 denarii, right? Oh, it says it right here. They should receive a generous check.
Nice.
So we roll generous.
No,
No, you get the
no.
check.
You put a check, so on the winter
Oh,
phase you'll get it's better. Yeah, you don't have to.
All right.
Yeah, so that was under the chapter "Can I Kill an Arthurian Character?"
But we should just let King Arthur know the situation, what happened.
Yeah, can we kill an Arthurian character? And then it goes into the details, and then it says
Does it ever say no?
it does not. Okay, so are you going to stay there with your squires and your horses possibly and lend a hand to get the wagon turned upright, the cart upright, so that it can be mounted on the ox? Or are you just going to leave them? They're
We'll stand
full.
it up.
They're
Yeah,
a full.
we're
They're a full
gonna
family,
hope
so you
so.
can help or move on. But okay,
we gotta get it out of the way anyway. So we're gonna lift it.
The four of us are pretty beefy. I imagine we could just flip it up. Like getting your friends to help push your car uphill.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got 20 cents. I think I'll help lift it up.
Okay, after the moving on. After the incident on the road, you proceed unobstructed to the royal residence. Your first duty is to present yourselves at court. As they ride into view of the great palace, you are greeted by a spectacle of color and glory unmatched anywhere in Britain. Yeah, okay. Silken pavilions are everywhere, flying the pendants of kings, nobles, and knights from every corner of the realm, and foreign lands beyond, like Ireland. Okay, comely dames and damsels stroll hither and yon on the arms of noble knights. Eager squires rush back and forth with equipment amidst crowds of jugglers, mimes, minstrels, acrobats, peddlers, fortune tellers, and general onlookers. Beyond rise the stately edifice of the old Roman amphitheater, Carleon's mighty walls, and over all else, the giant's tower. The reaction of the common throng around you may be no, you didn't really talk to the bard. Okay. So the peasants that you pass on the road look on to you both as um, like they wave at you. They say, "Hey, Samson," or "Hey, Gwyneth," um, "Oh, like good luck in the tournament." Blah blah blah. Basically they're on your side. Okay, not like they're only rooting for you, but they're also rooting for you. It's like they're probably rooting for a lot of different nights, and you're just in their, you know, in their they know who you are. They've seen you around town or, performing duties. You've been here for a couple of years now. Um, but others look on you with respect. Like, I don't know who that is, but everybody around me seems to know who that is, so he must be pretty cool. And so some people know who you are, some people don't, but they respect your presence. Caps are doffed and a path is cleared. Okay, basically, caps are taken off, and the crowd kind of opens up a path for you um, as you go forward. Um, as you ride onto the tournament grounds and approach the gates to the palace, the going becomes more difficult. Crowds throng the narrow lanes between tents and stalls, cheering, laughing, and singing along with strolling minstrels. Rich fragrances waft in the air. The mouth-watering scent of roasting meat, the imported perfume of courtly ladies, the heady scent of ale and mead. You continue to ride slowly through the throng, perhaps being greeted by old friends who have come to the tournament. Dark looks may be exchanged with any rivals who have also come to the tournament. Like this guy, the Black Knight, if you want to call him that. He kind of gives you some dark eyes. Sir Belaine probably is greeting you guys with friendship because Sanson married his sister. I'm sorry, yeah, Sanson married his sister. Um, uh,
I'm not going to be participating in the tournament.
okay, yeah, you don't have to.
I'll
Um,
just stand by Arthur's seat to go for guard.
okay, so you enter the palatial courtyard. The cheering grows louder still, and the way becomes thoroughly congested, forcing you to stop for a moment. Looking up, you see the majestic figures of King Arthur and Queen Guinevere waving to the happy crowd from a balcony of the residence proper. Such a sight should spur great response. Um, do, does anyone have loyalty? Yeah, I guess you don't have to have it at. Okay, loyalty king or loyalty Arthur.
I got a loyalty king.
Yeah,
Of,
so
Arthur.
yeah, same difference. So you basically
And I got homage Arthur.
you hear people, the entourage say, "Hail Arthur Pendragon, long live the Queen," etc. Um, and if you don't have adoration, passion for the Queen, uh, it says you have to wait, to see if you have an involuntary adoration. Do you both have adoration, Guinevere?
No, I have jealous.
You have jealousy.
I have
That
not.
goes in my
No, I do not.
Okay, so
I
it's
have neither.
okay. So you must roll your lustful, your arbitrary, and your honest.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
Every time we see her?
Yes.
Jeez. Success.
What was the other one?
Failure.
Lustful, arbitrary, and what else?
Honest.
Honest. Same results as last time, I think.
Yeah, if you
Failed
succeed on
arbitrary.
all three. You didn't
So my
succeed on all
jealous
three.
saves the day again.
If you succeed on all three, the transcendent beauty overwhelms you.
I ain't succeeded on it.
Um, if the character already has adoration, right. Okay, so you still have to roll your jealousy. You don't roll it. You have to roll to see if you're at, because I think you succeeded all 3 times, right, Sanson? No, you got a failure too. Okay, so you both failed. So that's no problem. You don't have to do it. But if you succeed in all 3, you have to roll to see if it's better than the one you had previously. And if it's not, then you don't add it. But if it is, then it overwrites the previous one. Okay. As the royal couple and their retinue retire into the palace, Sir Constantine, son of the famous Sir Cador of Cornwall, greets you. And
Oh, the king's not going to sit at the tournament?
you're at the palace. And so you guys have made it to the palace to report in to say, we're back from our patrol. We're here to maybe join the tournament. If not, you're just here to report. But he says he and his pages they take take hold of your horses while you dismount. And he's a very courteous knight. You recognize him. He's been here a while. He's actually from Cornwall, but he's performing duties for Arthur because Cornwall is part of Arthur's kingdom. So he's courteous and efficient. And as you guys dismount, he says, there is going to be a feast this evening to be held at the Giant's Tower.
Who's this now?
His name is Sir Constantine.
When is he to Arthur?
He's the son of a famous Sir Cador of Cornwall. Cornwall is just one of the other kingdoms in Arthur's realm.
He didn't change his name from Sir Istanbul, did he?
I am not going to say. But he does say, I know you have homes in the, in the main town, in the main keep. So, and with all these visiting dignitaries uh, and their retinue and things like that. All the lodgings in the palace have been taken up, and all the lodgings in the mayoral palace in the city proper has been taken up, and all of the inns. I believe all the inns have had their rooms taken. So uh, there is something that is required or it's kind of traditional that if you have a window like to the outside where onlookers can see, they would hang their shield uh, out their window to identify their room as, being possessed by them. So if you were to, like, hypothetically ride by an inn and you saw a bunch of shields hanging out of the windows, you would know which knights were staying at that inn. Um, if you knew how to recognize what a shield was. Um, but you don't necessarily have to, because it's your personal home. You don't have to put your shield outside or anything like that for this tournament. But if you wanted
Mine's
to,
on the front door.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you wanted to do something like that as a courtesy to the other knights, that would be appropriate, but it's not a requirement. And so, are you both joining the tournament? That's what he says.
Does King Arthur
Oh, yeah,
have
absolutely.
Does King Arthur have a Justicar or Chancellor?
He has a seneschal, and I'm sure he has people that deal with the money and the clergy and stuff like that.
Who would I report to the incident that happened at the gate?
Well, most trials at this period are what's called a trial by combat. So almost all judgments are done with a sword.
Really?
Yeah, whoever wins is usually correct.
That's great.
The But Arthur, he's starting to think that that's not the best way to do things, but he hasn't put that into paper yet. You know what I mean?
I thought trial by combat was just an option.
No, that's the way of the land. Right by might makes right. Um, but that's kind of an archaic way to think about things. Lately, Arthur's been kind of trying to be fair to both parties and not just let the bigger man win, so because sometimes it's unfair, but you know, he's also a Christian, and Christians believe that if you were supposed to win, then you would win. Not very, not, but
Now, in all fairness, we have settled our last two disputes with knights by using the he who hits harder is righter.
that's right.
So, I mean, we can't really talk.
Now,
Well, I'm not Christian, so I don't believe in that stuff.
right. But Sanson, you said you're not joining the tournament, right?
No.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
just gonna
okay.
bodyguard the
So,
king and the queen.
so Gwyneth, because you're going to join the tournament, you probably uh, need to inform the master of the lists, and he can be found in the old Colosseum. So
Well, then I guess that's where I can be found.
Yeah, you need to go to him and inform him that you're joining the tournament and what have you. But I'm also assuming that Sanson is going to go with you because it's kind of like on the way back to your, because both of your houses are like, you're like neighbors back in the town. So
I'm
as you,
definitely going to support Gwyneth.
you do what?
Definitely going to support Gwyneth.
Yeah.
Ceremony.
Oh, well, this isn't the tournament. This is just the sign up.
Yeah,
But
no, I'm just saying.
and the other side of the town is where the Tower of the Giants is, and that's where the dinner that you've been invited to is to take place. Okay, the feast. I'm sorry. So as you prepare to depart the royal residence, you're held up as a line of servants winds its way through the tumultuous crowd, carrying huge platters of food. The line is led by Sir Kay, who you recognize, and Sir Bedivere. Also another knight you recognize. Sir Kay is saying he's ranting. Okay, he's like, "We're trying, move aside. We're trying to get. You guys are in the way. You're slowing us down." That's what Kay is saying. He's like, "Get out of the way. You guys are blocking my path. I'm trying to get this food into the palace, and you guys are all in the way." And he's basically, he's not like he's not being hostile. He's being rude. There's a little bit of a difference. He's not like pushing on them or tripping them or stabbing them or killing their ox or anything like that. He's just like yelling at them, telling them to get out of the way. And when he does, most of them try to get out of the way, but it's crowded. And Sir Bedivere is just following along. And they're not the only two carrying the platters of food. There's squires and pages with them carrying other things like drinks and other platters and stuff. And then you hear him say, this is Sir Kay. Sir Kay says, "Bedivere, what? How come you're so slow? Keep up." And Bedivere's like just quietly following behind. He seems to be like right on his tail. Sir Kay is ranting about something that's imperceptible to you. You don't recognize Bedivere being slow. "My gosh, if this crowd was any thicker, I would have to pull my sword. Damn peasants, get out of the way. You're blocking me."
Lack of patience.
Yeah, you could say that. All right.
What kind of nights are they making now?
Exactly. So just as they pass you, Sir Kay and Sir Bedivere carrying food, platters of food and stuff like that. You are going outward, they're going inward. A large wolfhound breaks away from its owner, harrying your horses. Basically, your horses are already a little skittish because of the crowds and unfamiliar smells of the city. And this would normally it would call for a horsemanship roll, but Sanson doesn't have to roll because he automatically makes his horsemanship rolls.
Correct.
But Gwyneth You have to make a horsemanship roll. Did you fumble?
I'm fine.
You didn't fumble?
Nope.
Oh, dang it.
I
Okay.
succeeded.
So you calm your horse.
No, I don't take out every platter of food with my crazy horse. Thank you.
You mean you don't fall off your horse. Okay. Should all the knights be lucky enough to make their rolls, the general chaos caused by the rearing horses cause a similar disruption in any case. The result is Sir Kay is dumped onto his duff and splattered with food.
Why are knights carrying food anyway?
Because knights are the servant of the king. So as Wolfhound and owner make a hasty retreat, Sir Kay tries to rise. You can make a recognized roll +8. Oh, so it says you don't know who he is unless you make this roll. I didn't know that. I should have read forward. Yeah, recognize +8. Sanson recognizes him.
Recognize +8?
Correct.
What is that?
I can't find it. There it is. Okay. +8.
Okay. Yeah, you
Oh, that's
both
a success.
you both recognize him as Arthur's brother, Sir Kay. I mean, you should because you've been here a few years now. Okay, and you can make a second roll with the same bonus. Okay, a second roll with the same bonus. Wow.
I failed that one.
Yeah. Okay, so Gwyneth, you recognize Sir Bedivere, the guy following. So you recognize both of them. But Sanson, you only recognize Sir Kay. He's Arthur's brother. Okay, so Sir Bedivere helps Kay rise to his feet. Okay. Okay, yeah. So everybody here can make an awareness roll. You both notice that Diamond is in the crowd. Diamond is that bard character I was talking about. Um,
Problem is this.
so Kay says something to you guys. He, even though you're not the ones that knocked him over or whatever. He says, "Fools, dolts, bumpkins, is there no knight left who can sit on a horse?" Neither one of you fell off your horse.
More than there are who can stay on their feet, apparently.
I mean, he didn't direct that at you, but you replied, "Okay." Um,
Maybe Gwyneth likes to annoy people.
I like that about it.
By Saint Michael, is there no limit to your churfish behavior? I don't even know what that means. Okay, I have a good mind to thrash you all bloodily. Should Yeah, I have a good mind to thrash you all bloody.
Thrash who? Who are you talking to?
Gwyneth,
Peace, Sir Kay. We meant no harm. And I'll offer him my hand to help him up.
well, Bedivere already did that.
Oh.
Yeah. And you're up on a horse.
I can still reach down.
Yeah, that's true. But you
Doesn't mean
would
it'll actually help, but it's the offer.
beware your tongue, or I shall sharpen my sword upon it.
What was he carrying? What kind of food?
I don't think he likes you.
Spaghetti. Whatever. He's carrying some disaster.
You may need to go get some more spaghetti first.
Yeah, I don't think he likes you, Gwen.
Seek not to sway me with these honeyed words, knave. A good turn or two on the wheel is the least you deserve for this insult. And then he gathers his stuff, and Bedivere looks up at you with like a, shh, don't say anything. And then Kay grabs his half-empty platter and then disappears into the crowd.
He's just going. Oh, good. What a grump.
Did you happen to piss him off sometime during your younger years?
Probably. Wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, I'm not going to read that. Okay.
But also, did you see his face? Ah, priceless.
Yeah, it was.
So a knight comes out of the crowd. During this little encounter, as Kay and Bedivere walk off, this other knight comes out of the crowd, and you guys, and he says, "By St. George, this is a pretty sight, a new dish, seneschal in sauce with meat. You made my day, good knights. Make a recognized +5. That's pretty good. Sanson's recognizing everybody.
Okay.
Sanson, you recognize Sir Gawain.
I love the concept of a recognized +5 or +8. Like, man, everybody knows him. You've got to know this guy. +8. No.
Yeah.
Who?
He is of good humor, obviously enjoying Kay's discomfort.
I was enjoying it as well.
While Kay is occupied, Gawain says, I am Sir Gawain. Are we going to the Herald of the Lists? And then he wheels his horse about and heads off towards the amphitheater. and I assume you kind of ride along.
Yeah.
How's there, Gwen? Are you participating in the tournament?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Any good knight would perform in the tournament. If they didn't, they aren't worth their medal.
Wow. What a claim.
Really?
Oh,
An
I
citizen.
saw the whole incident, and I know it was just an accident, but um, I wouldn't want any knights kept out of the tournament for such a trifle.
Would we have been? Was that
Oh, if Sir Kay discovered who you were, I'm sure he would have some words with the list.
interesting? I will
Yeah,
see what I can do about that.
yeah, Sir Kay, Arthur, brother, power, or at least implied power.
Right,
So,
right.
you guys are
I've
you
got the
got
Disney version stuck in my head where he doesn't like him.
you guys are from around here. You seem to.
Yeah, we're two of Arthur's knights.
We're family knights of our.
Oh, okay.
Two of his first knights. In fact, I think we were his first knights.
So,
That's a point of pride.
We were with Arthur when he fought what's his name? The guy with a curse.
um, yeah, I'm actually not from around here. I'm actually from Lothian.
Ew. Sorry.
Why would you say that? I mean,
It was a jest. Purely a jest. Sorry. As Sir Kay learned, my bark is worse than my bite.
I could attest to that.
um, okay. I thought you might have known something that maybe I was unaware of. You know, it's possible. Not everybody can like everybody.
What's it like in Loki?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's cold in the winters and it's cold in the summers. And yeah, our um our father was killed just a few years back at Battle of Terrible.
Oh.
You might have heard you might have heard of him, King Lot.
Yes.
King Lot is your father?
Yeah. No, he had a clan, a bunch of us.
Who's taken over in his stead?
The Queen is taken over.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, our mother, Queen Margways.
Would that have been common knowledge?
You probably, because she's been staying here with Arthur for the last few years,
Oh, right. Okay.
and she is his half sister.
Oh, so you're her brother. Okay. Cool.
Wait.
Yeah, we've
No,
known your sister for some years now.
right. Um, Yeah, we're in a clan called the Orkneys. I don't know if you've heard of us, but yeah, that's who we are. We're the Orkney clan. Well, it was very nice meeting you. Now that we're in front of the Herald, I I will be on my way to register for the tournament, and I wish you luck, and I hope you all the best wishes. And as
I hope I don't meet you on the lines.
no, I was gonna say maybe this is probably a trope. You probably heard this a million times before. May the best man win. Right?
Right.
Right. Okay, good.
That means Gwyneth
That's
is gonna
that
win.
means that means I'm gonna win. I'm just kidding.
Well, that means Gwyneth is gonna win.
Oh, a challenge. Okay, I love it. Yeah, no worries. As long as we have a good old time beating each other over the head with our swords, then everything's good. This is one of the early tournaments of its kind. Tournaments up until nowadays has used to been all done in melee form, where everybody fought in a big group. Now it's for individual glory. You can make an orate test if you want to try to impress him with a tale. Otherwise, don't roll.
The critical. Nice.
Oh well.
Oh yeah, we're both
Would
going.
you mind joining me in the grand melee? Be on my team.
No, I'm not participating. I'm sorry.
Not you. You didn't crit.
Oh,
No, you did crit.
Gwyneth.
You did crit.
Yeah,
Why'd
Yeah,
you roll?
yeah, he
Are you? He told his tale. You have to join. You have to join. You're not participating. Come on, you're one of the best knights I've heard of you.
there's no reason to. I'm already married. I'm already connected.
Oh, I commend you, kind sir. You're very chaste.
Well,
I wouldn't go that far.
Samson, I imagine
He
if
giggles.
you won, you could turn down the marriage and accept the dowry as like a prize. I'm sure.
Pretty happy with my wife.
Yeah, you could just take money and glory.
So he looks at you, Gwyneth, and he says,
That's my plan.
You're a bigger knight." Speaking of size, be on my team.
Yeah.
Be on my team. If Samson won't join us, we will succeed even though he's not with us. So
On one condition.
when the grand melee starts, you and I will fill a convoy of only the most valiant knights.
On one condition.
What's that?
Save some of the glory for me.
Oh, I would expect you to take
And-
all of it.
And I like take his hand, like, yeah. Tough guy handshake.
That's right. We will. They won't know what hit him. And then the herald that's sitting behind the famous round table. He has a little booth built, and he says, "Are you joining the tournament? If you are, come over and put your mark on the list."
Oh, I like this.
So Gawain just strolls over there and says, "Here's my mark," and he puts a big G on there or something. You don't know what he wrote because you can't read. So if you look on the map, this is his shield. That's Gawain. You might notice his name is right next to this guy.
Yeah.
If you wanted to bring that up.
And also, he's the son of the man that betrayed King Arthur.
That's correct. But it wasn't a betrayal, more of a refusal to swear fealty or whatever.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's not a betrayal if he never.
Yeah, he
promised
never
anything.
said like, "Yes, I'll join you," and then stabbed him in the back or something. You know.
It's insubordination.
Yeah, it's all on the up and up. You know. Okay, so do you put your mark on the list?
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of curiosity,
Yep.
in case I forget by the next winter, would we have been able to hire a tutor for ourselves? Could
No.
I have learned how to read at some point and just didn't?
No.
Okay. Whew. Okay.
Yeah. Gawain gives you the old bro handshake, and then he pats Sanson on the shoulder, and he says, "Farewell, knights. I must attend to the king. And if you're from around here, I'm sure you'll find lodging somewhere." And then he heads back to the palace, and you guys are done. You're marked. You're well, there's one mark.
My mark is I draw my 5 leaves from my my heraldry.
Exactly. You
I
you
draw
don't
a picture of my
you
shield.
you don't actually put the mark down. The herald does this. You just tell him who you are, and he writes your name down.
That's how it looks?
Yeah,
Weird.
I know, right?
Squiggly.
Damn Romans. And so he reminds you, don't forget, tonight is the feast. If you're attending, so be at the grand feast.
Yeah.
Okay.
What-
So you
what do
guys go home. You get, I assume you know, rest after your patrol and your report and your signing up for the tournament, and you're getting ready for the grand feast. Okay.
I'm going to bring Lady Neris with me.
You're gonna bring your wife with you. That's
Yeah.
that would be appropriate. Yep, no problem. Some of the other household knights have wives as well. Some of them don't. So there's a lot of single knights here. Now, just to let you know, we're not going to go much further tonight, because this feast is a big deal. It's a big ordeal, I should say, and I'm not fully prepared for it. It took longer than expected to set up this feast. I thought it was going to be like one of these, just a simple feast. It's not. There's going to be a lot of courtly encounters. You're going to meet like a bunch of different major movers and shakers in this feast, but we are going to do the head table, the salt, and that you're going to draw your cards. We're going to go through a bunch of different random encounters as well. So it's gonna be an all night kind of thing. And so yeah, so you're gonna, but it's not gonna be Thanksgiving, even though that would be appropriate. It's gonna be the week after. So you're gonna be at the grand feast. Uh, there's also going to be a court, which is held prior to the feast. There's going to be visiting knights presented to the king and queen. You will be introduced as part of the household, and some of his trusted. What would you call yourselves? You're not like you're his top men. Okay, you're in his household, but you're in the household night group, but you're like if he needs something done, he has in the past twice or three times he's come to you to get something done. And so you are like the guys that get things done. And he wants to put that out there.
So maybe we could become Knights of the Round Table?
Well, he's thinking about starting a faction like that. So that is something you can look into. And then there's like I've got where's it at? The feast got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 things that are not random that are going to take place. And so it's basically going to be an all-night feast.
Next time.
Next time. So that's what we're going to call it for the night. I appreciate you guys showing up. And maybe we can get this this other guy to make a character, and maybe you can be introduced to him if he downloads Discord and makes a character between now and then. Maybe we can get Owen to show up. Sir Caradoc. And
It'd be perfect timing for everyone to come back.
It would be perfect timing for the big feast.
I'll send Caden a message and see if he wants to set a date for a character creation.
Yeah, I did. I sent him a message. I'm gonna have to. I'll just see if. I don't know. He said he doesn't have Discord. The way he says it, it's like he said it twice the same way. He says, "I don't have Discord." So I need to write him in. I think I told him that he could just download it, but I'll make sure. We'll try to communicate. We'll figure something out. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will catch you next time.
All right, take it easy, man.
Yep, I'll adjust the schedules too. Oh, I closed everything. Let's see what happens if I do this. And that. Nope. Properties. That's right. Why? Ah, there it is. Let's try this. I'm trying to get my camera fixed. I don't know what's going on. There should be a reset. Transform. There it is. Only copy. Should be like reset transform. Okay. Deactivate. Activate. Deactivate. Activate. I don't know. It's not popping up. Oh. Did that do anything? Properties. Okay, that's a different camera. There it is. I just had to like turn it off and turn it back on. Like a wild man. I probably could have gone forward tonight, but I'm not prepared. I didn't, to be honest, I thought there would be 3 or 4 players playing tonight, and I thought there would be a little bit more interaction, or let me rephrase that. I misjudged the length of time that the interactions would require. That's my fault. Okay, so I hope everybody enjoyed the show. We're not going to be here next week. Next week is Thanksgiving. We are going to not play. So this is going to give me 2 weeks, starting from today, to get all of, what is this? Oh, the followers that they wanted, right? This is going to let me get the followers ready. It's going to let me get getting maps that I need to make. I'm gonna make a feast hall. I'm gonna put tokens in there. We're gonna have all of the cards ready to go. I'm gonna have all the encounters ready to go. We're gonna have that feast is gonna be the big deal in 2 weeks. So yeah, so this is gonna give me some time to prepare for that, which is gonna let me make some tokens that I have empty. And yeah, I hope everybody enjoys. And I am going to use the feast mechanics from the new 6th edition, and we're going to also use the feast that's set up in the Grey Knight module. Should be fun. Should be exciting. This is like where the adventure gets kicked off, right? Because you got the feast. Something happens during the feast. Obviously, lots of things happen during the feast. And then there's the tournament. Lots of things happen during the tournament. And then a bunch of other things happen. So we'll see. All right, guys. Thanks for coming out, and I will catch you in 2 weeks.